Joining me on Startup Report today in our continuing coverage of Tampa Bay Wave's Tech Diversity Accelerator program, supported by Nielsen, is Max Echeverria. How do you pronounce it, Max?
Echeverria.
Echeverria. Oh, well, that sounded lovely. And your company is Eskuad.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you're coming at us all the way from Chile. Can you talk about how you found out about the Tampa Bay Wave Accelerator?
Yeah, well, actually, I was looking for an opportunity to scale my business in the US because we found an opportunity in the forestry sector and in the agricultural sector in the south of the US. So in Chile, we have a program from the government called Pro Chile, which fosters Chilean entrepreneurs and companies to export services or develop business outside our borders. Actually, there's an office near Tampa in Miami, and there's another one in New York. And I started talking with them. They started to help us because they found that our idea of the opportunity that we found in the US was a nice opportunity according to them too. So Germán Roca, which is the executive in the Miami office, told me about this Tampa Bay Wave Tech Diversity opportunity, and also contacted me with Rene, which is the founder of Lazarillo, another company that passed through this program last year. So he told me more about it, and then I decided to apply.
That's great. So can you tell us a little bit about Eskuad?
Eskuad is a software as a service that it's based on an app and some devices that we can connect to the app. And we serve this application to the guys that perform tasks like labor force that perform tasks on spread settings, mostly off the grid without internet access. Let's say in the forestry sector, actually we have clients that works on ships in the real south of Chile. And what we do is we connect the ERP or the work order system with the Eskuad platform, so the manager can realize who are the best teams to perform different tasks and send the orders through Eskuad to the cell phone. And then they can collect data easily with a really smart interface that lets them, even if they have presbyopia or like big fingers because of their manual labor, they can operate easily. And also we collect some automated data with a cell phone or with some devices. So we can build reports and enhance the productivity at least by 20%. That's where we have measured on the field.
So how customizable is the front end interface? You can basically design it for the workflow of any company that you partner with?
Yep. In fact, up to this moment, we have been able to do that. But the main issues that we have at first was that we needed to keep the application working without internet and keep it smoothly and fast. And we cannot do that with, let's say, multi-platform applications, those that are web-based. So we needed to invest a lot of our time because we didn't have any money because we've been bootstrapping all the time. So we needed to invest a lot of time and efforts in make this application to be customizable over the API. So we send a JSON file, let's say, with the customization of our clients, and then we have everything built at the Android level, for example.
Got it. And are you able to handle things where the order matters? So you can collect data and collect workflow that must stay in a certain order, and then you hold those in that order, and then when you return to internet, you can transmit them?
Yep, it's basically like using WhatsApp.
Hmm.
If you go to WhatsApp, you can operate everything they have, even if you don't have internet access. And once you find internet access while you're driving, let's say, it goes to the cloud. So we can save and storage data. For example, GPA's position, um, the time when they started to perform a task, at the time when they end up, so we can build a productivity report or stuff like that. And you don't have to have internet access while you're getting that data into the cell phone.
Got it. And how often are you, its user can customize how often it's looking for internet, or do you have a manual send so that it's not always looking?
No, because we are not using the app to look for the internet. The app gets when the cell phone has the internet connection, the app starts to listen, and then it fires, and that's the automated base. But also we can customize like with one click on the platform to do it manually, and also when some customers use uh, flight mode to save battery, for example, it also detects that. So it's like always listening to the sensors of the cell phone instead of trying to reach the server.
Got it. Right. So that listening to the cell phone, checking with the cell phone for internet connection, that's not very battery intensive.
No, it's like in fact it's like not doing anything. It's just waiting for something to bring it. It's like when you're at your home and somebody knocks your door, then you go and open the door. It's like that, like metaphor.
Okay. So how far has the company grown in Chile?
We started this company on February 2019, and we have 15 clients so far. One of them actually is the biggest forestry company in Chile. It's Arauco. It also operates in the US, but we don't have users in the US yet. And also, uh, we got into the level in which we can pay our team, which is it's nice. But also, we started with, but maybe this is because we started with the technology inside another company I started when I was at the university, which is actually an engineering firm.
Mhm.
So we started like solving problems, and then we realized, oh, this problem is the same in this industry, let's say forestry, and in telecom, and others. And then we decided to invest what we were earning into this software and then spin it off. So we started with, uh, let's say, 7 clients in February that came from the prior to the spin-off process.
So when you bring the software to potential customers, are you leading with the value that the most rare value, most rare service you're providing is the management without internet, or is it the user interface, the custom user interface that maybe something people with using gloves or whatever, or that aren't good with their hands can have easy access to use the software. What do you put forth as the main reason to purchase?
Actually, the user interface, because users doesn't like realize the main difference uh, of our platform with others from big companies when they see it, but when they operate it, as our interface operates without internet, so it's both of them, but they realize that our user interface is faster and it doesn't stuck because they think that, oh, this app is free, so I'm not going to use it. And when they use ours, they realize, oh, this is operating smoothly. so they use it. So the main reason is the user interface, but are the both of them actually.
And did the people a little bit of education for the buyers, because most of the buyers are sitting in comfortably in an office and are used to this. You really have to bring in people in the field and have them try it to prove the how valuable it can be to them.
Yeah, in fact, what we do all the time is to provide them when we have the first meeting, we ask them for whatever they are getting from the field, whatever report, and whatever report they are building with that information. So we built a demo within, let's say, 2 hours roughly or so, and we send back the demo so they can try it out with their people on the field. And that's when they try it, it's when we have more probability to have a client, because those guys, if they don't use the application, the managers will never get the information. So we foster them to, and we make as easy as we can the process of testing the application with the users, with the final users.
Got it. And so as the application grows, it seems like there's a lot of opportunities to bring in things like voice or even other data sensors that can plug into a phone and feed directly into the software. Are you thinking about these types of options in the future?
Yeah, with voice we haven't tried so far, but we have tried with with beacons, with Bluetooth devices. We have been working with an IoT company in Chile. We've been partnering, and with them, we produced an IoT device that, using Bluetooth, for example, collects the height in which where the users are cutting the tree. So you can measure the exact amount of wood, like without like, how do you say, like
Without
clear.
measuring it.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean, because
physically
they
measuring
cut
it.
the. Yeah, but yeah, they're measuring because they look for a clear wood without knots.
Oh,
So in Chile, they cut the trees, not only horizontal but vertical too, so they can keep some clear wood, which is the most valuable asset of the trees. Um, and we are measuring that automatically, and we're leveraging on the sensors on the cell phones to get the information. Other things that we are collecting are like signatures, and we've tried with these fingerprints, but on the field, the fingerprint doesn't work properly because these guys have like really big fingers and calluses. So, so not all the time works, but yeah.
and when you join an accelerator like Wave, are obviously looking for customers and to break in to get connections for customers in the US. Are there other things that you were hoping to gain from being part of the accelerator?
Yeah, in fact, at first, we were looking for only some potential connections so we can find potential clients. So decide we can decide to invest or no in this new market. But when we started, we've been getting a lot of things that we thought we know, but we know from a different perspective. For example, the way to run the business, how much you will expand, how fast you need to do it. So, for example, I've been bootstrapping all the time and it works in Chile with the clients I have, but mostly maybe it's because I used to study in a good university. I went to classes or as a speaker to different places where I have the opportunity to connect actually with managers in companies. So that's how we've been building the business. And also in Chile, the cost to operate is really, really like one quarter of what we need to pay here. So probably one of the things I've been learning in this cohort is that I need to really budget a different uh, organization, a completely different organization. And actually, with the sales that we have in Chile, And probably with the first sales in the US, we cannot like scale it as fast as is expected. So yeah, and we know that we can scale that fast. So maybe it's a mindset change.
Got it. That's good. So it's valuable knowledge. Yeah. And your revenue model, as a software as a service, um, many people have. Do you find that your customers have large teams and you can charge a little bit, or they really only have even if they have large teams, only a small number of people entering data, and therefore you have to charge quite a bit for each one?
Yeah, we are taking out this pricing model for the US. Not only the price, but also the revenue model. Because in Chile, what we do, and I can only talk like confidence about the Chilean model, is that even if they have just one guy that collects data, we charge it the same, unless you have really big amount of users where we apply economics of
Right.
scale economics. So so what we do is just charge per user per month on a year on a minimum of 1 year agreement. So we know from the first time that we are gonna charge you at least this amount for 1 year, so we can set up everything and budget the year, and then you can get more users if you need. And actually, we're like we're like we it's easy for us to expand within a company because they start with little amount, so they start trying, and then they realize, oh, this process has the same issue, we can go there and we can go there. And as they already have a per year contract, they only need to add more users, and we charge them on user base, so they pay for what they have.
So you got to raise the price for each user as you go, because the first one is cheap, but once they realize how good it is, you can charge them a little more and a little more for each user.
Yeah, maybe we can try that.
Wonderful. Well, it's great that you're participating, and I love that we have so many international representatives in the cohort. And someday maybe you can move up here and start an office in Tampa Bay once you get your customers in the U.S. That would be great.
Yeah, in fact, we are going to leverage on the program because it offers also an office space for 1 year. And we're going to try to get some clients at first here in the US, because we have nice business cases in Chile, but maybe that's not interesting enough for a business venture capitalist or so in the US. But yeah, we're going to try to leverage on the program and move to the Tampa Bay.
Perfect. That's a great note to end on. You moving to Tampa Bay. So.
Yeah, in fact, I've been before in Atlanta, in in Vegas, but only for a week. Orlando, but in Tampa, and also I've been in other places in other uh, countries, and I think that Tampa is really awesome. It's like I mean, it's not everywhere walkable, but it's you can still walk some places. It's really open. People are friendly. So far, so far, I've been here for a week only, but yeah, it seems like a nice place to establish.
Wonderful. All right. Well, if they have an in-person demo day, I will see you there. Otherwise, we'll keep following along and wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, and thank you, Joe, for having me here. It has been nice, and I wish you to stay safe. And hopefully, we can meet soon.
I would like that, Max. Thank you.